on, Gemini? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for November 21st to the 27th, 2022. So in this reading, Gemini, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the week. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding the 21st to the 27th of November, 2022. But before we begin this reading, Gemini, as always, I would like to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me, no pun intended, as we move through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Gemini, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Gemini. So without further ado, I am going to pull the energy and we'll see what it is that would like to come through for you for this week, Gemini. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Gemini. All right, let's lay out these cards and see what is going on. Okay, Gemini, super interesting energy that you have coming through this week for you. I feel, or I think for a lot of you, there's some sort of new direction that you know you want to move in, but for some reason you feel like it's going to ruin your whole life. And I think for most of you, this has to do with your financial well-being, or some of you have a career, or you have some sort of way that you have stability. This could be related to a partner, like you're tied to a partner. That's how you have security, or you have a job. That's how you have, however you have security, like financial, like root chakra. This week there's almost a decision that you have to make for your soul, that you're worried that this inspired direction that you feel you want to go in is somehow going to destroy your root chakra, or you're going to be very ungrounded. And there's this dilemma that you're having between living for the soul and basically living a practical life. That's the dilemma that you find yourself in, is what I'm picking up on here. And for a lot of you, this has been bubbling for quite some time, or this could be some sort of risk, some sort of risky thing. You want to change your job, but you don't know if it's going to work out, or you have this purpose. It's going to manifest differently. We're going to get into it for you, Gemini. But we start this reading off, your opportunity is the 10 of Wands here. So there's some sort of burden, I feel, that must be released, or there's at least an opportunity to put down the weight, right? Here's the thing, Gemini. If your life feels very heavy at this moment, it doesn't belong to you. What I like to say is that what truly belongs to you and your soul weighs nothing. If you feel like you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, then you might want to ask if it's yours, or if it's some sort of expectation that you're unconsciously kind of like, you're keeping yourself stuck with expectations, how people expect you to show up, or how society expects you to show up, or something like that. We're gonna have to clarify what that's about, but there's some sort of burden. I feel also it has to do with you really moving in the direction that makes sense to you, and it may not make sense to other people. I'm not sure if this has to do with it has to do with somehow your root chakra. There's a direction that you're being called to move in, that you also have a belief that it's going to wreck your security. And it may just be a belief for some of you, because your beliefs create your reality. So if you've been programmed, so it's very deep. Hold on. Now we have the Temperance card here in your challenge, Gemini. I really feel like there's something here that, something here for you to transmute, right? Some sort of challenge you're going through with like transmuting an energy, turning base metal into gold, like that type of thing, where there's some sort of transformation that's very challenging for you to go through in your life. Once again, I'm getting this also, this inspired direction, or this thing that's bubbling up from your subconscious, this authentic direction that you want to go in. It may be at odds with your loved ones, because once again, it has to do with your root chakra. So the people that you spend a lot of time around, there might be questions of how will they view me if I move in this direction, or how will I get my needs met physically? Like, this goes back to like the reptilian brain. Like, you're going, for this week, there's something about living from spirit, or living from our mammal, animal, something. I'm telling you, Gemini, I don't know what this is, but it's something to do with that. Overall general energy, we have the Chariot, we have the Five of Pentacles, we also have the Queen of Cups here. Overall general energy. So there's something here, Gemini, about, it's like you believe that if you just commit to a new direction, it's going to lead to ruin, and it's going to lead to people potentially like withdrawing love from you. And this could have to do with some sort of status that you have achieved. This could be, you're very good at your career, or you're known in your neighborhood to keep it together, or you have a or something where it's like there's a direction it's like it's like your inner child's coming out. You want to move in this direction, but then you're like, well, what will the Joneses think of me? And if it's not anyone outside of your circle, it's in your circle. Like, what will my family think of me? What will my best friend think of me if I do this? So there's that. This is very like an interesting read, right? And then when it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Three of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. I feel like there's an optimism here that kicks in, that you say, in what you don't see coming, there's a confidence in your root chakra that you say, I know that I can trust that the universe is leading me in this direction. This risky, potentially, it doesn't have to be risky, it's just a belief that it's risky. But the Ace of Wands to the King of Pentacles here, Gemini, there's something here where you realize you can trust the universe, you will be supported. And it may not come in some sort of cookie cutter fashion where you have a 9-to-5 job and there's a reliability, but there's some sort of like wacky direction that you're moving in, that you have confidence. You know what? Like, what you start to realize is you're not happy staying where you are. All the security that you have, all of the perceived widgets and benefits of your life, I think what you don't see coming is you start to say, like, I don't care what the result of this is. This is something that I have to do for my soul. But because of that, you'll be surprised. Many times the universe rewards, fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold, and the universe has a plan for you. So it's like, I feel like some of you are being over logical, but listen, like, I mean, if it were easy, everyone would do it. The quote that's coming into my mind, Gemini, right now, and this basically, if you want to sum up this whole reading, all know the way, few walk it. Like, everyone knows what the universe is calling them to do. Very few of us do it. So, and that creates a fake society, right? So, what I'm getting from this reading is you moving in an authentic direction. You're a pioneer, actually. The universe is asking you to be a pioneer. The universe is asking you to be misunderstood. The universe is asking you to do something that makes sense for yourself, and that is a puzzle piece that is going to create a more authentic society. right? And it's the trouble with this reading is that there's some sort of thing that you need to do that is going to initially potentially be perceived as selfish, but in the grand scheme of the universe, you're just a pawn in the universe. You're a tool in the hands of God or the universe. It's people don't realize how deep this goes of what this is that you need to do for yourself. It's for yourself, but it's really for the higher good. Right? Right. And then we go to the advice from your spirit guides here. You have the Devil, you have the King of Wands, and you also have the Seven of Wands here, Gemini, in the advice from your spirit guides here. So this is an interesting one. There's some sort of clear fire that you're meant to harness here. You see the Devil, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. You might as well be in hell. But I think what Spirit is asking you is to face your own hell. You see, in order to create your own heaven, you first have to realize how much of a hell that you're in right now. And it's not that you're in a literal hell, but you're in an inspirational hell. There's something about like you're not inspired to do what your routine is because your routine needs to be changed. Your daily routine needs to be changed in a very big way, and it's going to be scary for you, but it's almost like you see the King of Wands is meant to face his demons. Replace it as the Queen of Wands, right? He's staring his demons right in the face, and that's what you're meant to do here. There also is something about you believing that this is bad, or you believing that this is selfish for you to do this, even though it's for the greater good. So it's kind of like, you know, the frequency of like, I don't know, you know what? And then you have the Seven of Wands here. So I would say you may have to draw a boundary to other people, and you may have to defend this and say, this is what I got to do. So accessing that fire, you know, I have so much fire in my chart that I love hanging around Geminis because you like light up my fire. So I don't know, that I feel like that's what's going on. So listen, you'll know what this is about for your own intuition, Gemini, but let's go ahead and see what is going on here with the clarification portion of this reading. If you hear a little bit of a hissing sound, just ignore it. It's just like in my apartment there's this like old heater, so just ignore the hissing sound. But let's get into this reading here. This is very deep shit, so let's do it, right? Let's see why the Ten of Wands is here, Gemini, in your opportunity. All right, what is this burden? What is this? Or you're overworking yourself in something that you're just not, you don't want to do it anymore, but it pays the bills, or something to do with that. You're holding on to a relationship because it pays the bills or something, or to keep your child happy. I don't know. The Ten of Wands in your opportunities, clarify over the Three of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Wands. Interesting, the opportunities, the King of Wands, and your advice is the King of Wands here. So with this frequency, there's some hell firestorm that you're meant to walk right into here. Face the demons, face the music this week, Gemini. I mean, damn, look at that frequency here. So, and this is also unfinished business. This is something that, this opportunity to face what your soul's calling you to really do with your life, whatever that means for you, to do with your life what you want to do with your life, man, is it going to be challenging. But that's why it's great. That's why it's the King of Wands. Like there's, like Spirit is looking at you like you know how like humans like watch movies to get like inspired? Like, you know, if you're feeling a lack of inspiration, and you throw on like Spider-Man and you're like, like, I mean, at least for me, a fire sign, I don't know if you might be doing something different, but I'm telling you, there's like literally like spirit guides that are like looking at you, and they're like waiting for you to do the thing that you know you need to do, to face your own hell. In order to find your own heaven, you have to first own up to your own hell. And you're in a little bit of your own hell here, Gemini. This decision that you have to do, it just goes deep. It goes deep, and it has to do with you being authentic. The King of Wands here is you letting your freak flag fly and just saying, this is what I have to do for me. And it's just very difficult because you have built a life. Whatever life that you've built, it doesn't even have to be this big whole life. You could live with yourself and your cat, but your cat, literally your cat, your animal, is going to be like, yo, Gemini, like, are you really doing this? And you're going to be like, so no matter what level this manifests on, it's manifesting. Let's see what the Five of Pentacles is here in your overall general energy, right? Why is the Five of Pentacles here for you? You know, yeah, this is something. Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun. Alright, so this is something that perceivably, like this new direction, this new physical direction, could have to do with your work or something here, Gemini. It could make others around you very sad. It could make you very sad to do this, but ultimately it's here for your happiness here. Ultimately, I think the devil's playing a trickster on you here. Have you ever read, there's a recommended reading I would have you read, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Have you ever read Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill here? The devil here, it's not literally like the devil, like the Christian devil, fuck you, you piece of shit. No, it's like, there's some voice in your head that's trying to convince you moving in this direction is going to be way worse than it really is. That's what we could call the devil. So, man, all right. Let's keep going here. Let's see why the Ace of Wands is here and what you don't see coming. Because I feel like there's going to be, in what you don't see coming this week, some major burst of inspiration. Like, you know what, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Especially with the Sun coming out to the Five of Pentacles. It's like you're fighting with phantoms. You're fighting with demons in your head. It's not real. It's like, this whole reality is a simulation, Gemini. If you take it too seriously, guess what? The law of attraction will reflect that seriousness and make you think you're in a three. Like, if you're a materialist and you believe, oh, the world is so physical, everything is hard, everything is stuck, everything is, you gotta pay the bills, you gotta keep the status quo, you gotta keep it going, then you're gonna get a reflection of that. If you believe, like the autistic mystic, that this world is flexible, fluid, it is not even real, it is a dream, it is, time is an illusion, space-time, reality, blah, breaking the matrix, then you can do anything, and you can say, fuck you, world, I'm doing this. Why is the Ace of Wands here and what you don't see coming? Okay, yeah, and all right, the Ace of Wands to clarify. Once again, you have this Five of Pentacles coming out again, Gemini. Again, the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles here. There's something here about this new direction that you want to move in here. You may be feeling like you're screwing over your business partners, or you're screwing over some sort of thing that you dedicated your life to, or the work, or like, this is not going to support me. This new thing that you want to move, this new direction, like, I can't do it while keeping my old life. Well, you're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to figure it out, Gemini. It's like, look, here's the thing. When you act on your own inspiration, when you follow your heart, I'm going to quote Infinite Waters right now. Shout out Ralph Smart, one of my mentors I was listening to for 10 years when I couldn't figure shit out. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their heart. What that means is that abundance follows your passion. If you act on something because the universe is telling you to do it, you're inspired to do it, the universe will always reward you with some sort of security. It may not be the security that you're looking for that you had in this old life, but does the security that you had in your old life make you happy? No! So what are you doing? No. I ain't never met a Gemini that doesn't need 10 G's. What am I saying? Alright, let's see why the Devil card is here in your advice. Why is the Devil card here in your advice from your spirit guides, Gemini? Let's see. Ooh, you got that Temperance card. It's also your challenge. The Magician. In your advice from your spirit guides, you got the Magician here. There's some sort of thought form interfering with your ability to manifest is being locked down by some sort of lack. Okay, the Devil's coming through of lack, obsessive thoughts. Watch your thoughts, Gemini. Spirit's telling you, look at your thoughts. This reality is a reflection of what you believe to be possible for yourself, what you believe to be true for yourself. It's like you're on a mission most considered suicidal. Like Denzel in the book of Eli protecting the last Bible. It's more tougher than that, though. Not only that, your people was blinded. The poison makes that slow. Alright, I'm going to conclude this reading. Listen, I hope this, gave you a shot of some inspiration to do what you need to do here. But listen, the universe reveals its secrets to those who follow their heart. And what are you happy where you are now or no? So, with that being said, I'm going to talk to you next time, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching this. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.